Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. I will have the audio on Anchor. Now, if you want to drop a donation, feel free. And let's just get into it. So, Michigan just lost to Alabama in the Citrus Bowl, 35-16. And I know a lot of people are, we expected them to lose, but let's just talk about what exactly happened. Now, the end of the second half, the end of the second quarter, this basically sums up the game for me. Michigan is down a point, I believe, and they're on the 40-yard line, and there's about a minute 40 or something left, and Harbaugh's calling, or Gaddis, whoever is calling plays, they call a bunch of runs, basically to try to milk the clock and try to have it where Alabama can't get the ball back with much time. Good teams and great teams, they're trying to score in that situation. We're running the ball, just run, trying to worry about the clock instead of worrying about scoring points. Then you get Shea with a bonehead play where he's getting sacked, holding on to the ball loose, and it fumbles, and we lose like 15 yards on that. Nordine ends up making a field goal to make it 16-14, but it doesn't change the fact that you handle the clock wrong, you get conservative, trying to count points that you don't have instead of being aggressive and trying to throw downfield. You're calling run, and you're putting yourself in bad situations. And that's the difference right there. But I'm gonna get into everything else now. Okay, the difference in the game, besides that, is just one: Alabama hitting big plays. Big plays, 85 yards, 60 yards, 40 yards. They're just getting chunk plays and getting touchdowns out of them. Michigan's kind of dominated the first half, but it's similar to OSU versus Clemson. Michigan is kicking field goals, and Alabama is scoring touchdowns. Ball game. So Michigan has what they score. They kick 3 field goals. If they score touchdowns on those, who knows what the game will be. But you're kicking field goals, and I said this after I saw him kick the second one. Okay, those field goals going to come back to bite you. Because you're not playing a team that's going to be kicking field goals. So that's the difference in the game. That's the difference in the game just right there, y'all. 2, Shea's not good enough. See you, Shea. I'm sorry, but he's just not good enough. He's just not and I was talking to somebody about this a couple days ago. Watch Shea in his interviews and stuff. He's real soft spoken. That's not a leader. That's not a quarterback. Now, when he tries to go to the NFL, all that stuff, they take all that stuff into consideration just on drafting you. How do you walk into a room? How do you talk? All that stuff, it's nothing to us, but it's such a science to these dudes that they know that's part of being a leader. Confidence. Shea missed on probably six deep balls where his guy had a step. He either threw it too long or he threw it too short. Or he just threw it way too long and didn't give his guy a chance to make a play on the ball. The first 2-3 plays of the game, Nico beat his man, beat him right off the line, had 1 step one time, had 2 steps on the dude the other time, and Shea just overthrows him. Or throws the ball where he don't even have a chance on it. His ball placement was just, it's not there on those deep balls. Then on some of the underneath patterns, he throws it where the guy is instead of where he will be. And the placement is bad. If you got a guy running a drag across the middle, You want to put the ball in his chest where he's going to be. Easy catch, and he can continue to run. Shea will put the ball where he is, and it'll be up here somewhere. So you trying to make a... Trust me, when you're watching it on TV, those passes seem like, oh, why didn't he catch that? That's an easy pass. Them passes ain't easy to catch when you running full speed with pads on. Trust me, they ain't that easy to catch. So, but we had some receiver drops on a couple catchable balls. But the big thing is on those deep balls. Those are big plays, chunk plays. And then there was some plays, I want to say, where Shea might have scrambled and got 6 yards, but he might have a dude running 40, 50 yards downfield. He don't see him. And if he does, he probably ain't got the arm strength to get it to him. But that's just the difference. The running game was pretty good for the most part. But second half, Bama adjusted, and we kind of went away from it. So that's just what it was. Game stats, Shea was 16 to 34, 47%, 226 and a TD. That ain't going to cut it. It just ain't going to cut it. Let's see. Charbonnet was 13 carries for 84 yards. Haskins, 18 for 61 yards. Mac Jones. This is their backup. 18 to 25, 64%. 327, 3 TDs. Jared Judy, 204 yards. Harris ended up with 23 carries, 134 yards and a TD. He finished off the game and just ran it down our throat. Our defense was basically quitting. But that's just what it was, y'all. That's just them getting big plays, us not capitalizing on big plays that are there. And then we're settling for 3. They're scoring touchdowns. Ball game. Ball game. It's simple as that. But same things that I've talked about in video after video. Don Brown got to go. I'm sorry, but his scheme, and this is the problem with his scheme. One, his scheme is so blitz heavy and so man dependent that if you want to try to run some zones, when you do, your players aren't confident in it. To run zones, you have to consistently run them. Don Brown runs man all the time. So when we do get in a zone coverage, a lot of the times our guys make mistakes because they're not used to running them consistently. You have to perfect anything you want to run. Now, you had some mistakes by Glasgow on the first touchdown because he didn't chip, he didn't bump or get any type of push on Judy when he ran that deep route, and then he just ran clean past Dax Hill. McGrone made some mistakes on his in-man coverage, knowing who he needs to pick up. But it's just, Don Brown has to go. I'm sorry. Shea's gone. Shea's ceiling isn't high enough for us to win the Big Ten, for us to get to where we want to be. His ceiling would have had us where we're at now. 3 losses, 4 losses. That's just what it is. His ceiling ain't high enough. He ain't that good. Even when he plays great or good, he's still going to make bonehead mistakes. Like that play I said before the half. And luckily we got points out of that because Quinn Nordine, all of a sudden, he's back. He made a 57-yarder. But it's just plays like that that kill you. He's going to make a bonehead play when you don't need him to. So, second half, we did nothing. That's another thing. Second half adjustments. We had none. We had none against against OSU. So, that's a big thing. That's on Harbaugh, that's on Gaddis, and that's on Don Brown. I want Don Brown to go. I'll give Gaddis a pass. This is his first year. Harbaugh, you got to work on those second half adjustments. Hopefully we get rid of Don Brown. We probably won't because Harbaugh loves him so much. But the proof is in the pudding. You giving up too many big plays. Your defense, whether that's players' mistakes, whether that's your scheme, and then you trying to switch it up, but you don't practice that enough. You don't have them ready to do that enough. So it's just all of the above. I mean, I didn't expect us to win this game, but honestly, everything that I thought would happen kind of did happen in the end. They end up running it down our throat at the end. They threw and got big plays through the passing game. So it just happened a little different. I kind of thought they would run first, then pass, but they kind of passed and then ran. Either way, ball game, you lose by 17. So it is what it is. Well, yeah. So it is what it is. I mean, we'll see what's going to happen this offseason, who leaves, who stays, as far as the players, as far as the staff. But I'm riding with Joe. I think it's time that we give him a chance. Dylan, I like Dylan too. I honestly do like Dylan. But I don't think he's built to be a starting QB at the college level from what we've seen. That might change. But Joe's ready to go. Oh, I know you people gonna say his accuracy. If he's that good, why isn't he? The season ain't for another 8 months. So by that time, you see what he does well, you see what he doesn't do well, and then you build the offense around it. Vince Young won a championship. Vince Young ain't Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. But Mac Brown was smart enough to know, hey, this guy's a freak of nature. Can't nobody barely tackle him. I'm going to build my offense around what he does well and not do what he doesn't do well. So that's what you have to do. People kill me with this where they want a great NFL quarterback. We don't need a great NFL quarterback, y'all. I hate to have to break it to you. We don't need Tom Brady. That's the NFL 6 championship dude. We don't need that. We need a great college quarterback. We need a Tim Tebow. We need Cam Newton. We need Vince Young. We need Deshaun Watson. Now, some of these dudes have been successful in the league. Some of them haven't. But that's what we need. We need a great college quarterback. I could care less about what he does in the pros. We need a great college QB. And some of y'all don't seem to understand that. You don't have to be a great pocket passer to dominate in college. You just have to be a beast, whether that's running or throwing. If that's what if you're just a pocket passer, of course you need to be able to throw it. But if you got a mobile QB, hey, run that ball and make the throws when you can. That's when you develop, okay, we're just going to run it down people's throat with my quarterback and with our running game. Then we're going to play action off of it because you're going to have to put 8 in the box. Simple. But I'm going to talk about that on another video. But from what I get out of this game, big plays, quarterback play. Their quarterback was better than ours. And that's pretty much it. Big plays on defense, we give them up because that's what Don Brown does in big games against good competition. Against Penn State, they didn't drive the field. They got big plays. Against Wisconsin, they drove the field, but they pretty much were getting monster plays from Taylor. Then they let off the gas. And then today. So, that's just what it is. And OSU, monster plays. Don Brown got to go. I know some people, because I had to address that because some people are going to say, oh, Don Brown, he's always got a top 10 defense. And yeah, he builds great numbers against the Middle Tennessees and the Illinois or the bad teams in the Big Ten, Michigan State, and the out-of-conference teams that aren't good. He builds up great stats against them. Then when he plays teams that have NFL talent, Wisconsin, Penn State, OSU, Bama, it's ball game. Hut, dropping bombs. Hut, dudes running past you. That's just what it is. He has to go. And if Harbaugh don't see that, well, you can expect us to lose 2 or 3 games next year. The same way, big plays. Now, I expect Gaddis' offense to be better next year because the players will have a year under their belt. But in the end, it ain't going to matter because we're going to play them 2-3 teams with great talent, and we're going to lose 2-3 games. Hopefully, one of the quarterbacks next year is able to be in a shootout. If we have a shootout, okay, get on my back. But we don't know yet. We're going to find out in about a year, I guess, or 7-8 months, whatever. But that's all I got from this one, y'all. It's just a matter of big plays, quarterback play, and adjustments. We had none. We had none of them. So, as always, like, share, subscribe. I'll probably be going live to talk about the playoff and talk about this game some more. If you want to drop a donation, feel free. If you want to hear the audio, it'll be on Anchor. I'll have it in the top of the comments. And as always, go Blue.